This store here is already selling more than 1,000 Rs. And look, it's Lumineoficial with Brazil. You can already tell that it's a store focused on jewelry for this more fashion-oriented segment. They already display free shipping on purchases over 200 reais, which is a great strategy. And then, when you scroll down here, you realize that the store's real focus is on these necklaces, jewelry. It's a store that's already standing out with earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and sets. Look at the store's structure. It's very well done and professional. There are many well-made images with high quality. I believe that many of these images were also enhanced in quality using artificial intelligence. And you can tell that this is a store that already has results, that is already making sales. And consequently, you can see parameters of what to do by using this store as a reference for your own store. So it's not just ours. I'm going to copy the Lumini store on Mini. Done. I copied it. It won't work because everything is already here. There's already a complete database with all information on the audience, product, supplier, and supplier partnership. That's why I always bring these analyses so you can get inspired. Check out this store that's already selling, earning over 1,000 Rs and seeing great results. Look at the pages, how well organized they are. Launches, including. It's a store made on the Nuva Shop platform. It was created on Nuva's platform. You can see all the categories here. I'll click all to show how the product listing appears in the store. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Of course, there are some adjustments and images I would make here to keep everything in a uniform size, but nothing that would make a client think the store is unprofessional or anything similar. Look at this, look how well done it is, the images, the structure. Since it's a semi-jewelry store, when you see this piece, for example, it shows elegance in 18-karat gold. Wow, really awesome indeed. Do you access it? It doesn't have that well-crafted offer, more like beauty products, but look how well made it is. Look at this, look how well the offer is made. Of course, I'm evaluating it on the computer, but 99% of the sales will be made through mobile, so people will access it 99% of the time through mobile. But the most interesting thing is that even though it's a commodity beauty product, you can see that it's a well-crafted offer. But just by looking at this offer, it only proves why this store is getting results. And it's a store built entirely on the Nuva Shop platform. By the way, I'd like to mention and even show here on my computer screen that I'll be at the Nuve event, the D2C Summit, which will take place from October 30th to September 1st. And I'll be there with a bunch of other speakers. There are a lot of people, really. If we look here, check out all the attractions. Look at how many speakers there are in different fields, in different business models. Everything is focused on the internet, on online sales, mainly in the e-commerce format. And look who's here, look who's here. Oh, wow, this guy's handsome, huh? This will be a major event, very cool and big, from the Nuve platform, which I often mention here. By the way, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me to be one of the speakers at D2C. I'm very happy with this invitation and I feel very accomplished professionally. I also have to thank each one of you, because without you, without all the support you give here, liking, watching my videos, following my content. Of course, I'm also helping a lot of people here. I've already helped thousands and thousands of people, almost reaching millions. I have, because my channel has over 20 million views. So just thinking that I've already changed the lives of many people through this channel, that already makes me very happy, very happy. Even if you haven't become my student, even if you haven't signed up for anything, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the content was relevant and made a significant difference. The lives of these people. But even so, I never get tired of saying thank you, because it's you who make this channel grow more and more. It's you who share the videos in family groups, in groups of friends. So I really want to meet you at D2C, this wonderful event by Nuve Shop. So I'll leave a link there so you can secure your ticket. And if you meet me, maybe have coffee or buy me lunch. Who knows? If I've already helped you sell a lot online, I deserve at least a lunch, right? At least. But come on, let's go watch all these awesome people. I'm sure you'll take plenty of notes and use much of it for your online store. I'll leave a link in the description, and with that link, you can secure your ticket for the event. And there's even a discount coupon, which is mine. It's my own discount coupon that can be applied right away. Register now to secure your ticket for this amazing event. In-person events changed my life as a digital entrepreneur, and you can be sure that being at events like this one, connected not only with people from the same field as you who are following the same path, but people who get results, who sometimes you don't even know, who are totally low profile. And you meet them at an event like this. You might close a partnership, you might form a business alliance, you might discover tools and platforms that will help you sell more. So I guarantee it will be very beneficial for you. The link's in the description to secure your ticket. Now let's move to the next store, Tiquinho de Cada. I know the name well, it's cool, but I still dislike the structure presented. I'm not a fan of the yellow and orange combo. The banner also has a lighter yellow and some blue. I think it can be improved. The name is really good. The logo logo, it can be improved a bit too, the logo. It's going to be more in this style, let's say more cartoon-like. I'm struggling to find the right word, but the name Tiquinho de Cada, which is really good, is here with Brazil. Could you make something more fitting for this name? The logo isn't bad, that's not the issue. But I believe it can be improved, and the banners here can also be improved. The categories aren't here in the header, but they're probably here. In other words, there are promotions, categories, about us, contact us. Let's look at the categories: health, beauty, fashion, clothing, home and kitchen, electronics. So you can see that it's a generic store, and that's just how it is. There's no way around it. With a name like Tiquinho de Cada, there's no way the store wouldn't be generic. But I believe it can be made more minimalist, just like it is here. Right below, you have the favorites of the week. That's it. Generic store sells all kinds of products, and that's fine. That's how it should be. These are great products. This sock is a hit, but the price is the issue. Pay attention, guys. Sometimes the product isn't bad. It's just for setting the margin. Would you pay $209 for a sock? Let me check. Just confirming. If it's just the pair, that's how I see it. It's an awesome product, but the public won't pay $209.90. It might even be a filler product, but it was made as a final offer because it's good. Wow, with wool, these stables, which are really good for colder regions, but the problem is the price, okay? The issue is $209.90, you know? Some people might buy it, but they're just wealthy, and the rich make up only a small part of the audience. Yes, I recommend focusing on products like this, but not at those prices. And I understand maybe you, the owner of this store, might say, Douglas, but if I don't set this price, I won't have any margin. If you don't have a margin, you don't sell or stock it. Even with a margin, if the price isn't appealing to your audience, it won't sell. It doesn't make sense for you to have this profit margin. It doesn't make sense for you to sell this product. Now, on a portable video game like this, I see more sense in it being this price. I see a lot more sense in a watch like this. I see more sense in it being this price. No pair of socks, however warm, is worth $209.90. You can tell you made a great store, and the banners are really cool. I think this style is awesome when you make the banners. Like this, do the same for other products, up to 50% off. Another banner, free shipping, delivery anywhere in Brazil. Here you have a distribution of categories. I enjoy when you make these images, which I think are usually artificial intelligence generated. I really like this format. You can do this more often. The store structure is great. In terms of organization, I think you need to improve these colors a bit, and also the linking of these products that are showing up here. If you own this store, fix these details before advertising. You're doing really well if you keep going with these kinds of images here, well-crafted ones. If you focus on this here, but on your whole store structure, you can be sure that then it'll be worth it for you to start advertising. And consequently, you'll get sales. Focus on products that will have a good price for your customer, but that also give you a margin. If there's no profit margin and you must price too high, selling isn't worth it. Let's head to the next store, Ecomer shop. I liked my name. It's definitely more generic. Ecomer shop with Brazil, this store has already sold more than 1,000 reais. When I checked, it was already written in the form that it had already sold more than 1,000 reais. But there's a lot to fix here, and as a result, it will help sell a lot more. Because look, the structure here, the header, this logo, I already liked it a lot. The black background here, this orange on this stripe here. Free shipping in Brazil up to 12 card installments, 5% discount with PIX. I think we could raise it to 7%. All of this here in the header part looks really great. Now, when it gets to the banners, it starts to lose a bit. Try to work on the colors. Look, this is a color that matched 100% with Ecomer like this. Try to work on the next banners this way, not like this on the product like this, because it really breaks the Ecomer style. You know, this visual identity, keeping it on the products, on the banners, in your communication line, on Instagram, it has to be maintained. It's important because it makes a difference. Your potential customer, your customer who's browsing your store, feels comfortable inside your e-commerce, inside your store. Then, looking further down here, we have the categories, and if you're going to work with these categories, reduce the size of the images a bit. The image is a bit pixelated. Of course, on mobile, it's less noticeable, right? But it's also important to help on desktop, on the computer version. If possible, use images created by artificial intelligence drawings. That's fine. We're in a great era for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence supports authenticity in e-commerce by handling multiple image formats. Even with a reference, it does things differently. It's wild. There's another promotions tab here. Everything is well organized. I like the white background and the overall design. It also displays some important badges. Guaranteed delivery, 7-day warranty Correios, great. More highlights below. If you fix the banners here, you can start advertising right away. Let me analyze an offer for a product. Let me check this popular baby monitor. Look, very well built offer. Of course, on mobile, it doesn't have this spacing here, right? Let's check out products, health, beauty. Let's look at these compression stockings, which also sell very well. Look, a very well made offer. So you just need to make these adjustments. Once you fix these adjustments, then for sure you'll start increasing your sales. This store has sold over 1,000 riés, which is impressive. I enjoy featuring beginner stores that have started making sales, even with some small details that need to be fixed so you can get inspired. Because many times you might have a store that's better structured than the one I'm showing here, and this store has already made sales, so congratulations. I don't take any credit away, but the best way is for you to get these details right according to the experience I'm sharing here. Because you can maximize your sales if you've already made sales with your store here. Imagine once everything is fixed and at 100%, structured with the right colors, working in this style I see here, I picture your e-commerce looking like this. Let's go to the next store, Kalwar Tecnologia with Brazil, which has a great name. A channel subscriber requested a re-evaluation after making changes to the store, so we're going to review it again. And I can already tell that a lot has changed. The logo is much more well designed, and the categories here are well listed. It's Kalwar Tecnologia, so it's a generic store focused on technology products. So as we scroll down here, we already see several categories focused on technology products. I like the images here. The banner looks great, but could be improved, maybe by making it smaller. I think it's too big here on the computer. I think it could be improved, but I really liked how it was made. Here are the categories of your store. I like these images made by artificial intelligence, as I mentioned in the previous store. Here's a video showing a bit about the product. Let me put it here. Let's see. Made on YouTube. Okay, it shows a little bit of the product there. Cool, wow, even a chip. Nice, very good. Smartwatch shows the video. Here are several smartwatches. Look how cool. Smartwatch kit plus extra bands. Nice. Fashion smartwatch. Delicate design shows here another smartwatch. Very well made. The image, by the way, they created the image 100% from scratch. It's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work, but it works really well. All right, guys, here's a line of headphones. Really cool, right? I really like headphones. I'm a guy who's kind of addicted to headphones. I like having headphones. For every activity that I do, I have a pair of headphones. So I have headphones for when I'm going to bed. I have headphones to take to the gym. I have headphones for walking. I use headphones for work and really like them. They also offer tech products like Fire Stick and streaming television boxes, but they're not selling. Channel access is fine since these products sell well. Your store setup looks great. It needs some improvement. I found it artificial, but I'm not saying you shouldn't use artificial intelligence for your images. That's not what I mean. I just found it really artificial. I prefer adding a human touch to the store. I'm not saying you shouldn't use artificial intelligence. You should, but in a way that's not so artificial, you know? I don't know if you guys were able to understand what I'm trying to say. This image looks very artificial, but these others don't as much. Still, this one is really artificial. I didn't like it. I think the recently viewed banners could be improved a bit. That must be some feature of your theme. There are other images here as well. Your store's structure is great. Just fix the details I mentioned, then start advertising. But you've already made many changes I liked since our last review of your store, okay? See? I want to do the following. I want you to comment here with the name of your store. You can just put the name only, like Kalwar Tecnologia. I'll be able to find your store on Google. If it's active, you can be sure that I'll review it in the next video. Just leave a comment. Douglas, search for the name of my store and I'll find it. I prioritize reviewing stores of those following the videos here. So if you're watching this video, did you watch it until the end? Please leave your store in the comments section and I'll review it. But I'll tell you right now that I'm honest and transparent with the information I share. I won't sugarcoat things. If your store is good, I'll say so, but I'll point out any issues too. Being my subscriber, student, or longtime follower doesn't mean I'll sugarcoat things for you. I must tell you uncomfortable truths, not comforting lies. As I said, I'll be waiting for you at the Lumineoficial D2C event. I'll be there as a speaker and I'll also be there attending the talks from these awesome people. To get a discounted ticket, use the store changes now. Prices always increase. As the event gets closer, there's a link in the description. Check it out and take a look at the event. It's going to be in Sao Paulo, so I'm sure it's accessible for many people. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We post videos like this every week. If you found it helpful, please like. Big hug and goodbye.